We are breaking 7 days a week on the Real Sports Cards app, available on the Google Play and Apple App Store. We've been breaking since 2016 and offer a variety of breaks, including pick your teams and pick your players, random teams and drafted teams, mixers, and more. We built this app with the collector in mind, with features like scheduled drop times, custom notification settings, and earned rewards on purchases, among other things. And we want to be a one-stop shop for collectors, which is why we've added services like PSA grading and eBay consignment straight from breaks. We are a PSA authorized dealer and offer grading services from value to walkthrough. All you need to do is fill out the form on our site within 24 hours of a break completing, and we will take care of the rest. All submissions from breaks include a review and a wipe down of your card, and you won't be charged for anything until we get your card back from PSA. eBay consignment is a similar process, where you will need to fill out a form on our site within 24 hours of a break completing for any cards that you'd like to submit. All cards will be listed next business day for a 5-day auction starting at 99 cents. And again, we will handle everything from there. And after the sale, you'll have the option to be paid out via check, PayPal goods, or break credit. The links for these services can now be found as buttons in the description of every break. In case you haven't heard, we now offer direct in-app support for anything you might need from us. Whether you've got a question about a specific break, about shipping, about sending cards to PSA or eBay consignment, or anything else that you might need, this is the place to do it. There are a couple of different ways to get there. Within the app, you can click on Community down at the bottom and then click on Messages up at the top. Then choose either Minnesota or Wisconsin supports to ask your question. Or you can just click into any break and then click the blue support button, and it will automatically open up the support chat for the location that's hosting that particular break. This lets us know exactly which account is asking the question, and it helps ensure that we can get back to you in a timely manner.
What's happening, everyone? Andrew Nags back here with Real Sports Cards, and we are live. $49 Panini Football Mixer number 2. I put number 1 on here. Let me fix that. With the Tom Brady. Congratulations, Ammo Masso, for this beauty right here. It's a nice card. 2022 Select Tom Brady SP Zebra PSA 10. That is a beautiful card. Congratulations to Ammo and the Bucks taking that one home. Instant win, instant big win. So here we go. We got Absolute Mega. I got the right blasters this time. Rookies and Stars and Certified. Let's get started. I have just 2 afternoon breaks open. 2 afternoon breaks left if you're looking to get into anything. Looks like I got 15 left in the $39 hockey mixer. That's with the Kirill puck. So whoever ends up with the Minnesota Wild will get the Kirill Kaprizov autograph puck. And then 60 left in Marvel's Studios. Marvel Studios, that is Hobby 8-box full case. Pick your character. Anything over $15 is $5 off now. And then I also have the $15 off 3-spot discount. A lot of buy 2, get 1 free characters there in Marvel. And check it out. Singles and that stuff do really well. Lots of parallels. So here we go. Let's have some fun. Will Howard on the relic there for the Steelers. I'm not seeing a Kaboom peeking out, unfortunately. By Storm, Trey Harris. Rookie Wave, Luther Burden. There's Jackson Dart, Hog Heaven. That is going to wrap up that one. These first couple boxes are just our warm-ups. Giants are a good squad to grab, or a good squad to get. Little Jackson Dart action, or a little Cam CTE Scataboo, as I like to call them. All right, let's see something cool. I love these. Absolutely love Phoenix. Favorite football release. How about T-Law out of 75? That's going to be quite the week 1 matchup, playoff matchup. Jaguars-Bills. Could get real interesting. Jaguars to Ammo Masso. That is 46 out of 75. And out of 75, Taj Brooks, former Clemson Tiger. Now Cincinnati Bengal. Bengals going to Wally. That is 39 out of 75. And orange. Little orange color match there. Dylan Sampson for the Brownies out of 20. The Browns going to Ammo Masso. And red out of 99, Derrick Henry for the Ravens. I just heard over our speakers that they fired Harbaugh today. Are they going to hire his brother? Bring in the other Harbaugh? Or is he going to... No, Michigan already got their coach. He can't go to Michigan. What to say, following his brother's footsteps? Out of 75, Maxwell Hairston, Buffalo Bills. There is Robbie Oots. Braylon Allen out of 99 Jets. And Braden Fisk on the Seismic. All right, bring us to our 2 hobby boxes. Yeah, I think they just needed to place the blame on someone type of thing. They have been underachieving, it seems like, every single year. I think it was either going to be Harbaugh or Lamar, and they're not ready to move on for Lamar, so Harbaugh kind of drew the short end of the stick type of thing. That's kind of how I see how that played out. All right, rookies and stars. Someone had to take the fall, and they decided the coach over the quarterback type of thing. All right, here we go. Yeah. Well, there's also talk, like, does Lamar even want to be there? That is Jahad Barron out of 999 Broncos. And big time on the relic there, Michael Penix Jr. Falcons. That's another team looking for a coach. AJ Green, Thrillers. Cam Ward base. Boomer Esiason, $9.99 Jets. There's a little Jackson Dart Silver Crusade. Phil Simms out of $9.99 Giants as well. There's Leggett, Thrillers, Genty again. That is Walter Nolan out of 249 Cardinals. And Redemption. We'll save the Redemption. Thrillers, Will Howard, Cam Scattaboo, Genty. I know Mahomes has Redemption autos in this product. Speaking of Harbaugh, there's this brother. Cross training is going to be Jaden Higgins. That's Texans. Airborne, Jalen Hurts. Travis Hunter. Nick Scortine. Should be our auto here, I think. It is. Nice. Omarion Hampton. Speaking of the Chargers. Chargers going to Ammo Masso. Thrillers, Jack Beck, Cam Ward, and Cam Ward base. Let me get some of these sleeved up. I'm just going to stash most of these non-numbered ones, but then the rookies are at least sleeved up and taken care of. And then we'll check out that redemption. Let's see a Patrick Mahomes. Let's see a Patty Mahomes. Hurts is numbered out of 149 for the Eagles. Sometimes they're hard to tell on those parallels. I'm not sure. Possibly I could see him like going to like the Giants. Maybe. Giants like to run the football. You know, you're going to have to go somewhere that likes to run. Possibly the Browns. Ooh, how about that? How about staying in the division and going to the Browns? That could be interesting. They got a good defense. Harbaugh's known for defense and running the football. That could be an interesting place. The Brownies. Yeah, exactly. Browns. All right, here we go. Rookie signatures, so no Patrick Mahomes. 104, Arian Smith. I believe he's Jets. Arian Smith. Jets are going to, you don't know. Pretty sure he's Jets. Correct me if I'm wrong. Looks like, what do we got left? 19 in hockey and then 59 in Marvel. Yeah, I could honestly see him going to the Browns for sure. Be interesting. All right, here we go. Last box. Appreciate everybody as always. Do you guys, so I got a question here. So we ran this $49 little mixer a little different. Normally we'll have a little more product with a smaller chase card, or do you guys like a little bit less product with the bigger upside of, say, like the Tom Brady? I just want to hear your guys' thoughts on it that are in this break. Tootin' for the Jags. Yeah, I saw that posted online. Tootin' on the RPA there for the Jags. Quinshon Judkins certified rookies. There is Josh Jacobs about to light up the Bears. Out of 225, go Pack go. That is Walker out of 299, and Mirror Signatures is going to be Brian Mitchell out of 149. In the mid is Omarion Hampton. Bigger chase. See, that's what I like. I agree with you, Speed. I like that big upside of a big. That is Washington Redskins going to the Commanders in Rainwater. I'm with you on that. I like the upside of the bigger chase. Obviously, it might limit our hits out of the actual product. Gadsden out of 399, but I like chasing the big upside for sure. There is Pro Materials Devon Achane out of 299. Fins up. Fins up. Luther Burden. New generation relic is going to be Mason Taylor for the Jets out of 299. Obviously, it limits our hits that we're going to get in products. Limits our hits in the break. But I'm with you. I like the upside of the big chase. Little George Kittle out of 399. That is Zay Flowers for the Ravens out of 50. Zay. You pulled a Mendoza Sapphire. You're talking about your brother. Talking about your brother in luck. And we have Maxwell Hairston out of 499. That is going to wrap us up in this one. Oh, for sure. Yep, I agree. I like your thinking when it comes to it. Because I agree completely. Stash those kid reporters. All right, here we go. Recap. Appreciate everybody as always. We got Arian Smith, Jets. You out of here? Yeah. Barron out of 999. See you later. Have a good week. Esiason 999. That is Walter Nolan 249. Hard to read. Airborne Jalen Hurts 149, and then Nick Scorton 999. Maxwell Harris, Braylon Allen, Robbie Oots, and then Brandon Fisk. Big time Michael Penix, cross-training Jaden Higgins, and then Will Howard there for relics. $3.99 George Kittle, $4.99 Maxwell Harrison, $2.99 Mason Taylor, Pro Materials, $2.99 Devon Achane, Jalen Walker, $2.99, and then $2.25 Josh Jacobs. That is Brian Mitchell, mirror signatures there out of 149. Commanders. Tootin' for the Jags out of 399. T-Law out of 75. Zay Flowers out of 50. Derrick Henry out of 99. Ravens. Dylan Sampson, orange color match there out of 20 for the Brownies. We got Crusade, Jackson Dart, Phil Simms out of 999 Giants. Taj Brooks, 75 Bengals. And then in the mid, we got the Chargers. Gadsden. This guy went on a roll for a while, but then the Chargers offense kind of lost their identity for a while this year. And then Omarion Hampton on the rookie auto. Going to be a good first round matchup for them as well in the playoffs. All right, that is going to do it for me on this one. I appreciate everybody as always, and I will see you back here with either hockey or Marvel. Check them both out. That's all I got left for the afternoon.